A séance has been held in the great house at Collinwood. A séance which has suspended time and space and sent one girl on an uncertain and frightening journey into the past, back to the year 1795. There, each of the Collins ancestors resembles a present-day member of the Collins family, but the names and relationships have changed, and Victoria Winters finds herself a stranger in a sea of familiar faces. Here, she learns that the family history has not told her all the secrets of the family or all their tragedies.
Do you want the entire village to know that our son killed his uncle in a duel?
Everyone knows now.
Everyone does not. Some may suspect. The others will accept any story we tell them. And the story is going to be handed out that Jeremiah met with an unfortunate accident while cleaning his gun. Remember that.
You'd rather save face than mourn your brother. I'll remember that, too.
Naomi.
Will your story help Barnabas forget he killed his best friend? Will it help Josette? Will it help anyone in this house?
We are leaving this house tomorrow.
The new house isn't finished.
The workmen say it will be quite livable.
We can't move tomorrow. All that work.
Have it done.
But it's not necessary to rush so.
As far as I'm concerned, it is.
Why?
Because I cannot stand in this house one more day.
Joshua.
Simply because I control my feelings doesn't mean that I don't have them. Too much has happened here, too many tragedies. Perhaps Natalie and my sister were right. Perhaps there are evil forces at work in this house.
And we will leave them when we move?
I don't know. I just know that nothing else must happen.
Something else is going to happen, Joshua. And I don't think it can be attributed to witchcraft or evil forces. I don't really know what it can be attributed to.
Well, are you going to tell me or are you not?
Well, you get so upset, I don't know how to tell you.
In a moment, I will be upset with you. Out with it, woman.
It's Barnabas. He came and told me that, well, that he's going to marry.
Marry? Have he and Josette no propriety at all? She buries her husband one day and then the next?
It is not Josette. Despite propriety. I wish it were.
Who is he going to marry? Naomi.
Angelique.
Angelique? Do you mean that? Bring Barnabas down here immediately.
A séance has been held in the great house at Collinwood. A séance which has suspended time and space and sent one girl on an uncertain and frightening journey into the past, back to the year 1795. There, each of the Collins ancestors resembles a present-day member of the Collins family. But the names and relationships have changed, and Victoria Winters finds herself a stranger in a sea of familiar faces, where she finds the ancestors of her friends starting a tragedy which still is being played out at Collinwood today.
Waken him, say his name.
Josette.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that voice?
I only heard the wind. Come, Josette.
No.
Please, please.
No. I must say his name and waken him.
No, you must come home with me.
Jeremiah! Jeremiah!
Josette, you know he's dead. Please come with me. You mustn't think about it.
A séance has been held in the great house at Collinwood, a séance which has suspended time and space and sent one girl on an uncertain and frightening journey into the past, back to the year 1795. There, each of the Collins ancestors resembles a present-day member of the Collins family, but the names and relationships have changed, and Victoria Winters finds herself a stranger in a sea of familiar faces. In an attempt to rid themselves of the tragedy and terror that have plagued them, the family has abandoned the old mansion and moved into the great house above Widow's Hill. But they are soon to learn that the evil force that pervaded the old house has already gained a foothold in the new house.
Angelique? Angelique, what was all that shouting?
Oh, monsieur. Well, this room was supposed to be for the Countess, but...
But what?
Well, we found the door locked and the key wouldn't open it. And then we thought we heard footsteps and someone laughing inside the room.
How could there be anybody in there when the door was locked?
I don't know, monsieur. But it frightened the Countess and Mrs. Collins so much that they've gone to tell Mr. Collins.
I'm very tired of all these people seeing and hearing things that don't exist. Now stand aside. I cannot hear a sound coming from this room.
Well, perhaps whoever was in there has gone away.
Or perhaps there was no one in there at all along. You, said Mrs. Collins' key did not work, hmm?
No, sir.
Uh-huh. Then we shall have to find something to force the door.
Monsieur, look!
A séance has been held in the great house at Collinwood. A séance which has suspended time and space and sent one girl on an uncertain and frightening journey into the past, back to the year 1795. There, each of the Collins ancestors resembles a present-day member of the Collins family, but the names and relationships have changed, and Victoria Winters finds herself a stranger in a sea of familiar faces. Even in those times, an atmosphere of terror prevailed in the great house above Widow's Hill. For there was one in the house who practiced the black art of witchcraft, and who would stop at nothing to get what she wanted.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Father. I have made an important decision, and I think you should be the first to know about it.
Well, speak up. What is it?
Angelique and I are going to be married tonight.
Tonight? Have you taken leave of your senses?
Oh, I know that it doesn't please you.
Doesn't please me. You have a remarkable gift for understatement. That you're going to marry this girl at all is completely appalling to me. That you have the temerity to propose doing it tonight is absolutely disgusting.
Father, we might as well get this thing settled
It is
now.
already settled, Barnabas. Either you marry this girl when I think the time is right, or you will not marry her at all.